Hi and welcome everybody to Polly Puts the Colour On. I'd say it's my first official stream. Obviously I did do a test one yesterday evening that some of you may have seen on the channel, because obviously it's just sat there now. I was finishing off a page last night, just checking how to get everything going for a live stream, and tonight I thought, to celebrate reaching 100 subscribers, do something a little bit different, and I'm going to be adding some colour to this canvas. So it's not super thick. I might be able to turn it a little bit, so it's not massively thick, it's not like a big chunky one. Bought the plain board, the plain canvas board from the Works here in the UK, and then, as you may have caught in the little footage that was shown at the start, my husband's added this adorable little stitch design to it with the little duck on. So I'm going to be using acrylic markers tonight. I've got this lovely big set that I know lots of people have been sharing on their channels. As you can see, I've added my swatches to the top. One thing I didn't realise until I saw other people showing this, obviously I'd missed it, that you can pull the flap and then you can get to the pens even more easily. So when I swatched them, I didn't realise that, and I was there really struggling getting the different pens in and out. It is a lot easier now I know that I can do that. So I have picked out a colour to start with for Stitch. So I've picked out number 650. It's not a super dark blue, but it's also not one of the pastel ones. I'm hoping it'll work nicely for the main body of Stitch. Just need to try and be careful to keep the black lines on for the detail. So hopefully, this lid's clipped on well. There we go. So just need to work out which bits need to be kind of stitch blue. So yeah, I thought to celebrate getting 100 subscribers, which I still can't quite believe that I'm at. I think I put my first long form video out on the 4th of May. So it's been less than a month. So thank you to everybody who has been liking, subscribing and commenting. It is much appreciated. It's kind of the reason that I started this YouTube channel, was to try and connect with other people who colour as well, because I don't know anybody in kind of my day-to-day real life, so to speak. Obviously I do comment on a lot of other people's YouTube channels and Instagram and things. I thought it would be nice to share what I get up to as well, try and make some colouring friends. So I'm thinking now we're getting the hang of live streams. At least my husband's got the hang of all the technical side, and then he's teaching me how he's been setting it up. I might start doing, maybe once a week, do a stream, so I will be kind of asking for suggestions on what we could do. I'm thinking I could treat it as a chance to do like a colour along, where I could work on a certain page until it's finished, so not doing like a complete project book, but just choosing a page from a particular artist, particular book, work on it for a couple of weeks till it's done, and then we could choose something else to work on. and then if people want to colour along with me, they can. So obviously they could do it at the time, or they could catch up on the videos afterwards. Maybe this bit's fiddly. Oh, I need to add that black line back in after. Very detailed here. And these pens are, they do have a fine tip, but also kind of hard to be accurate. There we are, that's not too bad. But yeah, so I'm not quite sure what book or page artist to get started with. I'm thinking something that would maybe take a couple of sit-ins to get done, that I could do with pencils, but it might be nice for people to catch up on. But I know, like, sometimes I listen to people's colouring chats, not because I'm colouring along with them, but just because it's nice having something on, like while you're working or doing jobs, or doing some colouring but doing, you know, colouring something completely different. I don't know, his belly's meant to be a different colour, isn't it? And I might just do his chin. His chin's meant to be a different blue as well, isn't it? Let's use this one around here. So yeah, I'll have to put a poll out, or community post out, I guess, to get some suggestions on books or artists people might be interested in doing for live streams. I'm thinking maybe a Monday night, not starting tomorrow night, but for the week after, on the, it'd be Monday the 2nd of June, that perhaps we could do something together. This is where these are working quite well on here. I wasn't too sure how well these acrylic markers would work on this board, but it's going quite nicely. It's a little bit textured, the board, but it's not too textured, so the acrylic seems to be getting nicely into like the little grooves pretty well. Right, let's do this on as well. So yeah, Stitch is my absolute favourite Disney character. Kind of loved Stitch long before he was, you know, so popular with everybody. Although it's obviously worked out well that he's so popular, because it means, you know, you go in any shop and there's something with Stitch on. And obviously they've just done the live action remake, which I wasn't too sure on before seeing it, and then saw some of the trailers and thought actually it looks pretty good, and we went to see it last Wednesday night and really enjoyed it. I think they've done a really good job. They've obviously changed some bits and pieces, but they obviously had to. I mean, there was no point in remaking it if they were going to keep it exactly the same. And some of the most kind of iconic quotes from the film they've kept in, like word for word. I don't want to give away anything if anybody's going to be watching this and maybe hasn't seen the film yet, or is planning on seeing it. All I'll say is I think you'll enjoy it, or I hope you'll enjoy it. Let's get some leg strap. Not too sure what colour to do the flowers. I'm not sure whether to go for yellow or pinks maybe. A bit fiddly around these little toe beans. Not moving. So yeah, if you're catching up on this video kind of at a later date, if you have got a favourite artist, favourite colouring book that you'd like to see me working on in a live stream, please comment. It'd be great to hear your suggestions. I've got kind of all the main, you know, the big hitters, I guess you could say, of like Johanna Basford and Hannah Colzan, Lily Marotta. I've got Musa Lulu Mayos. I've got Rita Berman's travelling books. I've got the 3 travelling ones. So that could be an option because they, you know, they're not massive. I mean, I have got cute and cozy style colouring books as well. Although I was thinking if I'm doing alcohol marker work, it might be a bit hard to keep an eye on the chat if I'm getting too focused on, you know, avoiding streaks. But at the minute I think pretty much talking to myself, although the software we're using, I can't actually see if there's anybody watching. So if there is anybody there, if you could just say hi or drop a little smiley face or something in the comment in the chat, that would be nice, because the software we're using, I can't actually see if there's anybody watching or not. But luckily I do talk to myself quite a lot anyway. It's one of my quirky habits, so kind of works quite well, I guess, to doing a live stream. Get around these little turns here. Oh, there we go. Right. Hi, Vengeful Womble. Let's see, somebody's watching. So that'll be his ear, and that's just empty space, isn't it? And then that's his ear, and I'm guessing that bit behind is just going to be empty space as well. So I'll just keep that blue to the side in case I spot any other bits that I've missed. Just do another coat in a bit. I'll see how it dries. Let's pick a darker blue for his nose. So I think I'll go for 60 E. 60 E. We'll go even darker actually. Let's go for 673. I think that might work better for his nose. Very satisfying noise on the board. Right, and then I can use that same colour on his pads on his feet. Quite sure where I'm going to put this when I'm finished, somewhere in my office. I imagine I've been rearranging my desk and my office a bit the last kind of couple of weeks to try and make it work a bit better for not only working in here but also obviously doing my recording as well. So I think I'll go for 601 next. It's a lighter blue for around his eyes, and I'll use as well for his belly, his chin patch. So I had a good tidy up of my office. I don't know if anybody else finds that there's one room in the house that you end up putting things that you don't know quite what else to do with, and you think, oh, I don't want to chuck it, I'll pop it there and I'll sort it later. That's kind of my office, because we've got some storage units. So we had a good sort out the other weekend, and my goodness, we found a lot of stuff that we were surprised that we'd kept. Got face masks, ahoy, massively out of date COVID tests, just loads of other like random stuff that we looked at, like cables and things that I don't even know what they were for. So don't really know why we saved them, because we weren't sure what they were actually cables for, so it was a bit pointless saving them. There was obviously a reason at the time, but yeah, so I had to go to clear out, and then that's when I've been able to rearrange some of my colouring supplies a little bit. So now I've got space, a bit more space on my desk, so that I can fit the stand on my desk that's currently holding my phone. And then I've got more space kind of on a unit behind me, where I've got moved some of my colouring bits that were on my desk. I've been able to move over there. I've also got somewhere now to pop all my books. So I've got completed pages in. Obviously before I just finish a page, take a photo, pop it back on the shelf. And I could do that and then just rummage them back off the shelf when I come to do my completed page video, but I figured it'd be easier if once I finish a page, I just add it to a stack of books, and I know that all of those books have got completed pages in. If I want a completed page video each month, I figured that might be easier. I think I might need to do another coat on that below. Just make sure I'm picking the right one up. Yeah, £6.50 that I did for this. His arms look really patchy. His head, and that doesn't look too bad. I obviously wasn't very careful when I did the arms. Should be careful with the brush strokes. Didn't think about the brush strokes when I was doing these. I've had these acrylic markers for Christmas, which obviously was a while ago now. I've used them a bit for backgrounds, but not like massive backgrounds where you've got like little bits and pieces rather than massive chunky areas, which means I'm still kind of getting the hang of using them. Right, let's pick a nice purple for his ears. I think that'll probably be just about right. I think looking at what we've got, I think the others will be too dark, and then this one will be too light, so I'm going to go for this 635 for his little ear bits. So try and be careful with the brush strokes this time. There we go. Get close to the lines. make a nice noise. Yeah. Thought it would be nice to have something from my first ever kind of proper live stream. If we're getting to 100, it'd be nice that I've got something to look back on and think, yes, this is what I did on my first ever live stream. Right, let's try and pick some colours for. Let's do the. Might leave this bit till the bottom. I'm going to try and do the ducks and the flowers first. Do the duck first. Let's do his little beak and his feet, kind of yellowish colour. I don't want anything too bright. No, I suppose I do want kind of his duck and his duck and his bill, his feet and his bill. I'll go for this 6, 5, 6. Too bright, but it is quite a deep yellow. This might be a pretty yellow. It's a bit darker on my swatch, but it's definitely the same pen. It's probably because this is underneath the bright light, and with the swatch it's not under this bright ring light. Okay, so I'll just keep all the colours that I'm using out just in case I need to touch anything up, make it a little bit easier to find. Now I don't know what to do with I think the background I might just leave as it is, so then give a try and use these brush pens on the background. That's just going to be too big of an area. That might be something I need to add in at a later date. Maybe I need to buy some acrylic paint and some big brushes to paint the background perhaps. So what I might do with the duck is doing kind of a peachy colour. Or do I just go cream? No, maybe I do cream because then I can just add the background in a different colour. I'll go for this 732. I think it's going to be creamy yellow colour. Hopefully look quite pretty. That looks nice. But this isn't taking quite as long as I thought. Although I suppose stitch is the easy bit because I know what colour he's gonna be. Whereas obviously the flowers and the pattern at the bottom, I need to have a think. I'm wondering maybe if I do peachy coloured flowers. I'm not sure which bit is the duck. I think that bit's part of the duck's leg, isn't it? And then there. That bit's flower. I'm thinking this bit might also be part of its wing. I think all of that, looking at the other flowers, I think all of that is going to be the actual flower, and then that little space will just be background, won't it? Right, so I think it might be the duck done. So think about the flowers. So I do a peachy colour, and then down here I could do like peachy pinks, maybe a little bit of turquoise. Oh, yeah, maybe like a duck eggy kind of colour, maybe at the bottom. Pretty colour for up here. not do them all. Or do I do them all the same? Let's go. Oh, I don't know whether this one's going to be too dark. I think the other's going to be a bit too light. Let's go for this one. I can always go out. No, let's go for the one that's just a tad lighter than this, I think. Although I do prefer the cut now. Let's go for this one. I prefer the colour of this one. So I'll go for the 667. I'm not sure. Oh, the duck's still a bit wet. I'm going to need to be careful painting that side. So I'll paint these two flowers, and then I could always do the bottom bit and then go back to that side. Oh yeah, it's a pretty colour. So this might be a bit fiddly to try and not go over the back too much. I mean, I can draw it back in after, but it would be easier if I didn't need to. So yeah, thank you everybody who's been watching my videos and subscribing and commenting. It really puts a smile on my face when I've seen that I've got a new comment to reply to. What do I do with the centre bits? Maybe I do those in that slightly different colour. I wondered about using for the petals. Maybe I use colour the centre bits in a second. So what's everybody's favourite Disney character and kind of why? I'd be interested if you're watching this back later to drop a comment, and we can see who's most popular. So obviously Stitch is my favourite. I just think he's so sweet, he's so funny, he's so cheeky. A bit naughty, but he means well. Yeah, use that for the. I'm going to use very slightly lighter colour for the centres, but not massively different, I don't think. Yeah, subtle. But I think, yeah, there's some other Disney characters I really like as well. Oh yeah, Hatbox Ghost Trio, definitely. I mean, I did really like Oliver and Company. The Disney film came out years ago when I was little. I really like the cat out of that one, Oliver. To also really like Basil the Great Mouse Detective. That was a cool one. I enjoyed that one. I'm guessing, Vengeful Womble, that you are a big Haunted Mansion fan. This is probably my favourite ride at Disney. For one thing, it does have air conditioning, which is always a plus. But there's such a lot to notice every single time you go on it. You could go on it on repeat and you probably still keep spotting something different. must admit, those two colours look a lot more different on the swatch chart. It almost looks as if I have just used the same colour for all of the flower, even though I know I haven't. Never mind. Still looks nice. Let's add a tad more orange into the centres in a second, I think. Right, yeah, might add a bit more. I don't want super orange, but I think it needs a bit more orange in the centre than what it currently is. Let's try this one. It is quite. I don't think it'll be too orange, hopefully. Let's give it a try. Go back right if I need to. Oh no, that's better. You can actually tell it's the centres of the flowers there, can't you? Right, carefully do this side. Try and not put my hand in the white paint. I'll keep that one out as well. Right. Put that colour to one side, and I know that's what I need for those other two flowers, but I want all that bit to dry first. And I think I need another coat. His arms look nice now. I think I need another coat on his ears. So let's do that. I don't know whether it's the white showing through or just the fact it's not super thick, although it's pretty opaque. But never mind, it won't take long to do an extra layer just to smooth it out a bit. See how that dries it up. Right, so I'll do that colour up there. I think what to do down here, I might use the colour that I'd originally used in the middle, that is practically the same as the petals to be fair, but I'll use a little bit of this 691 down here, I think, just a bit, just so that the colours that are at the top are coming down to the bottom as well to try and balance it a bit. I'll do these couple bits this colour too. These are nice and juicy pens, and they are lovely to use that because you haven't got to pump the nibs on them once they're activated. They just work really nicely. Do a little bit of it over this side, these side bits as well. And that might be about it for this colour. Should bring some different colours in. Right, save that colour for now. Use a bit of a turquoise-ish kind of colour. This 602. It's bright. It's not exactly turquoise. A little more greenish, but it's pretty anyway. use that for these little leaf bits, but I might bring it in on this design. So apologies if I sound a little bit nasally tonight. I seem to have made it to the end of term and come down with a cold that the children have given me, which is always fun. I thought Thursday, got to work and thought, oh, voice sounds a bit funny, throat hurts a bit. Didn't think much of it, I just thought, oh, it's the end of term and my voice isn't really working. But then I got up Friday, I thought, oh no, I think I've got a cold. And yesterday, just got up with a headache. Today, thankfully, the headache's not too bad, but I'm just really bunged up today, like my nose just isn't right. But hopefully that'll mean I think I'm kind of coming out the other side of it. I don't want to bring too many colours in on this bit, but I think I need a bit more of this colour. Let's add a bit more in. I might bring a bit of orange in, because we've got orange at the top. That might look nice. Down here as well. I'll leave it at that for the colour for now. It still maybe needs to let it dry a bit more. Where's that orange I used in the middle though? Here we are. 602 that I used in the middle. In fact, do I make the little duck's feet a bit more orange? The duck just looks all one colour really, doesn't it? I don't think that yellow is yellow enough. We need to come in with a brighter yellow, I think. Yeah, I'll go over that in a second. Bring some of this orange in down here though. So yeah, so Vengeful Womble, your favourite Disney characters were the ghosts from Haunted Mansion. So anybody who's just joined or is maybe watching this in the future, if you let me know what your favourite Disney character is. Maybe it's an unusual one that not as many people are a big fan of. There's so many cool different Disney characters, isn't there? Like so many films. And each film's got so many different characters in. There's an awful lot to choose from, isn't there? Orange there. Maybe a bit here. Just got a bit with this design being symmetrical. It's filling up a bit quicker than I thought. As you pick what you do one side, obviously just going to make the inside match. Alright, might just go in and do a brighter yellow on the little duckie's feet to start with. So let's try this 615. Let's see if that shows up a bit better. Because at the minute the whole little guy just looks as if his whole body and his feet and his beak are all the same colour, even though they're not. That's a bit better, isn't it? Hopefully this little bit of the... Oh, that looks a bit better there, doesn't it? A bit brighter yellow, cool. And I might bring some of this bright yellow down here as well. Oh, the Cadaver Dans, yes. Performing live at Disney. They were very cool. What Disney does know how to do shows. There's certainly a lot to see whenever you go to Disney, because it's not just the rides, there's the big shows, but then they also have a lot of like pop-up things. And then if you do any of the ticketed events like Mickey's Not So Scary, that we've just booked tickets for actually for this summer. We go Disney this summer, so really looking forward to that, because we've not been to, well, we have been to Disney, but we've kind of worked out that last time we went to Disney World, it would have been Christmas, I think 2023, and then before that, I think it was before COVID. It's funny how we still measure time as before or after COVID, isn't it? I don't know what to do with those bits. Let's leave those for the minute. Some more yellow in here. So yeah, it's been a long time since we've been to Disney in the summer. Like Christmas there was cool. Obviously they've got a lot of special things on just for Christmas, which was nice. But it will be nice to go in the summer and see all the summer things and start getting into the Halloween spirit at Mickey's Not So Scary. Right, oh, maybe do the rest of these little patterns as yellow as well. Right, I think I need some other colours for down here, but don't. I might bring that colour in on this band, I think. I think I need a bit more of this colour on here. I feel like I need to bring another colour in. I'm not too sure what. So just put some more orange in. This one I've not used that much of the orange yet. I'll do all these fiddly bits and then have a look and see. I think. Right, that's those. I feel like I do need. I feel like I need another colour, but I just don't quite know. I think purple. I don't think purple will go. I don't think blue will go. I don't think I want a lighter colour. Maybe I need a darker colour. Maybe go for a deeper orange. Actually, what was the orange that I used? 604. What was a slightly deeper one? Maybe I'll try that. 663. Oh no. Let's go for a pinkish. Well, it's not exactly pink, but it's not red either. Let's try this one. I need something to make it pop a bit. Right, that looks nice. Happy with that. You done with this? I thought this was going to take me a lot longer actually. What is this? So on my channel today I had my first really long video where I've coloured my very first Kitten Cozy page. I did it start to finish on camera. Obviously it was over a couple of sessions because it takes longer than what you think. My husband said about, oh, you could record doing your first ever Kitten Cozy page. I was like, oh, that's a nice idea, but like it will take a little while. And he said, oh no, surely it'll take like 15 minutes to colour one of those pages. I was like, oh no. I mean, maybe if it's one that isn't very detailed, but I think it took me about an hour to do the aerial page from Fuzzy Meowies. It was a lot of fun. I must admit, I quite enjoy using my alcohol markers. Still very much enjoy using my pencils. Like I'm thinking for my live streams, like I mentioned earlier, I think doing let's check this is all nice and dry. Yeah. I don't want to be probably doing anything with alcohol markers because I think I'd be worried about getting distracted and ending up with streaks on a page. Well, I could try it. I mean, but I thought it might be nice to do something with pencil because then I can do a bit each week. I can keep the pencils to one side. I can just put them in a pencil pot, just keep them to one side for whatever it is I'm working on, and then just chip away at it week by week, and then people can come along with me. So I've got a few different pencil brands that I could use as well. So as well as deciding on, an artist and their book, I've obviously got to decide on pencils. So I do have the Castleart Soft Touch and the Castleart Golds. I've got my Prismacolors. I've got Arteza watercolour pencils and also Inktense pencils, and I don't think I've mentioned Black Widow pencils either. I've got all the Black Widows. I'm wondering if I'm going to be doing it more as a colour along, whether using Prismacolors might work better, because although I know not everybody's got them, I know there's more conversion charts, isn't there, for converting Prismacolor colours to other brands. So I'm thinking that might be an idea, unless people specifically request something. I'm thinking Prismacolor might be a good bet because a fair few people have got them, and yeah, you can convert colours to match if anybody was wanting to colour along with me. Or obviously you could use Inktense as well, because obviously a lot of people do have Inktense. Use Inktense for basing, and then maybe a bit of shading from Prismacolors. All kind of depends on what book I decide to go for. Thinking I have got quite a few title pages still to do in some of my books. I do try and quite often do the title pages when I first get them, but I have still got quite a few books where I haven't actually done the title pages, the this book belongs to you kind of page. And I know I've got, I think in all 3 of the Rita Burma ones I don't think I've done the first few little pages, so they could be an idea. And we've got Hannah Carlson ones, I think, that I haven't done the first bit from. I think in a lot of my other books, I think I already have done the first few pages. Oh, and I've got some eerie ones as well. I think I've done the first few pages from all the romantic country ones. I don't think I have from her mother. series, you know, like the literature and legends, and like I've got all the big eerie books. I've got the new one as well, Magical World of Maria, is it? I've completed a page out of it. Oh no, I think I might have done the title page actually, or some of the title pages anyway, like the pages found right at the start. So yeah, if anybody's got any preference on pencil brands or artists' books, and you're watching this either now or in the future, drop me a comment and then I can take that on board for what to do. So I think all that bit's not too bad actually. The flowers aren't too bad. I might just go over Stitch's legs again. I just need to find the right blue. 650. This was the blue I used for Stitch. I think his legs are a little bit patchy. The trouble is I was trying to avoid the line art, so then I wasn't very careful about the brush strokes. So let's try and smooth that a bit. It's more a bit of a learning curve, isn't it? See, I've not really done many pages for Mermaid. Like, I have finished a few pages now, which earlier on in the month I was thinking I wouldn't actually get many pages done this month because I've done a double page spread out of an eerie book, and it looks lovely. I'm really pleased with how it turned out, but my gosh, it took a long time. So I was beginning to think I wouldn't really get much else coloured this month, but I have now managed to do a few other bits, if only because some of them are just cute and cozy kind of pages that I've used alcohol markers on. So we do look at his nose as well. It's the white showing through, isn't it? So yeah, I've got a few pages done, but I've not really done too many mermaid pictures. I've done the one that I was finishing up on live stream last night. I've finished that since, so that one's done. And I've done the aerial page, so that the video's gone up for today. I've done my first cute and cozy page. Just really pleased with how that turned out. Actually, that Fuzzy Meowies book's a lot of fun. I'm pleased with that. So I just need a colour for those. I'm wondering, I think I've got some gold. I've got a gold mark here. Here we are. I've got a uni paint mark. I don't even know why I've got this one because I don't remember buying it. Sounds like it's one of those that's got the ball in. So I need to give that a good shake. Just get the music sorted. Hopefully this isn't too loud. And I just need to make sure it is. Get some of these pens out of the way. I'm hoping it doesn't just splatter everywhere. I don't even know. I say I don't know when we've got this pen, to be honest. I don't know if it's still going to be any good. I think it is activating a bit more. Let's just keep pumping it a bit. I don't know whether this is going to be any good. What does it say to do? Yeah, just say just to push up and down on it. Let's just move Stitch out of the way while I try and... Oh no, it's... It just needs activating a bit more. Ah. let's just see if it'll, oh yeah, that's going alright. Yeah, so it's a good job that I'm going to be using it on a canvas because it doesn't look like it's very good for paper. Just move that out of the way. Yeah, I'd be interested to know where I had this from. It's just been on my pen pot on my desk for however long. Oh gosh, it smells. Woohoo! Wow, it's fragrant. So I might go over all the black for these little sparkly bits. Just need to be careful because of this little pads might still be a bit wet. So I keep a steady enough hand to go over these. Wow, perhaps should have opened a window. This is a strong old paint pen. Don't know whether this would be. Guessing this wouldn't be very good in colouring. Box. Yeah, it says oil base, flammable. But it looks nice, so I'm quite pleased with a little bit of shine on it, and then yeah, might need to have a think on if I'm doing anything on the background, but I think that will do for now. I think that'll look quite nice once it's dry. I don't think it needs much else doing to it. So yeah, so there we have it. Let me make sure that he's in. I can't quite get all the sparkles in, but I can get all of the duck and stitching. So there he is. He's turned out quite nicely, hasn't he? So thank you if you have been watching as I've been completing this either live or catching up afterwards. It's been nice to have you along for the ride, so to speak. And yeah, keep a lookout for future live streams. Like I say, if you've got any particular you know, artist or book or materials that you'd like to see me using, it'd be nice to hear from you, because then, you know, I can take that on board when I'm trying to decide what to do. So I've got you know, basically all of the Yui books, pretty much all of the Lulu Mayo ones. I haven't got some of the old ones, but I've certainly got all of the much newer ones. I've got some of the Japanese colouring books, Kaneko Igusa, Millie Marotta, Hannah Colson, Johanna Basford. So I've got the 3 travelling Rita Berman ones. Haven't got Under the Microscope or for the, you know, the Land on Sea ones. I'm unsure whether to get them. I do quite like them, so I don't know whether to get them in the German edition or in the new print for the English, although I think that's a slightly bigger format. I think I'd like them to be the same size as the travelling books, because I think it'll bug me if they're on the shelf, on my bookshelf, and they're all a different size. It's like OCD-ness, I guess, that way. Like it would make me happy if they were all the same size. So I imagine I probably will just put the German editions on my wish list. But yeah, if you've got any preference, pencils, particular project, maybe you just want to see cute and cozy page, then yeah, drop me a comment down below. But thank you for joining me. If you're not already subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button and ring that notification bell as well, so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And thank you for joining me, and take care everyone. Catch you in the next one.